Hi everyone, Tess from the Arty Crafty Place here, and I've got a new Christmas printing tutorial for you. So this week I'm going to show you how to print a Christmas table runner. Now this design was actually inspired by a guest on one of our workshops. She printed a very similar design and I just fell in love straight away. It was so beautiful and festive and I thought it worked so well I had to try it myself and thought I'd share it with you as well. So we printed onto one of our organic linen cotton table runners, and it's just using a few different designs. We're using a leaf design, the wreath and berries in 3 paints. So it's very simple and it works really well. You know, it's quite detailed but very easy to print. So we have a new block printing kit that contains everything you need to print this table runner, but you can also purchase the blocks and the colours separately if you already have some of them. So I'll show you what's in the kit. So as most of our kits, it's packaged in one of our beautiful block printed bags. And what you get inside is you get your 3 fabric paints. So the paints that I've used on this table runner are khaki, red and olive green. Then you get your 3 sponges. You get your 3 printing blocks. So the first is our large wreath design. Then you've got our long leaves block and a little dot block, which we use as berries. Then you get all your instructions and you get your gorgeous table runner. So the kit does come with everything you need, and the kit is a special price of £56.50, and you obviously get all these materials that you can keep using again and again. I've also got some ideas for some matching Christmas napkins, which I think you guys will really like as well. So there's loads that you can do with this set. But this is the equipment I'm going to use and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I would suggest for this printing tutorial, if you can at home, you want to have a space kind of like the size of my table, just so you can fit the table runner out flat. And then also underneath I'm going to put a large padded mat. But if you've got a yoga mat or a camping mat or even a towel, something that will go underneath all of the table runner for you to print on top of. Because remember, you always need to be printing on a soft surface, so you get really good contact between your block and your fabric. So I'm going to change the camera screen around and show you how to print this gorgeous table runner. So I wanted to show you the table runner a little bit closer up so you can really see the detail and how I've used the different designs. So first of all, I printed the long leaf vine all the way around the table runner in olive green. And then I went back over the top and printed it again in the khaki. So it creates like a layered effect and it gives some depth to your print. So that's the detailed leaf vine. And then I also went in and added some red berries, just kind of randomly all over. And then in the middle, we've got 3 large wreath patterns. And what I did again is I layered these. So I printed them first in olive green, and then I printed it again in khaki. So you can see there's kind of like depth to it, and there's 2 different designs. So that's how I've used the different designs. So you've got the lovely layered leaves, and then in the middle, you've got the wreath. So that is just a little bit of a close-up look of how I've used the designs. And then I'm gonna show you now step by step how to print this. So step 1 of printing your Christmas table runner is we're going to first start with the long leaf block in olive green, and we're going to print this all the way around the table runner, and then once that's dried we'll go back in with the khaki over the top. So you can see here I've just done a little bit, just 1 in each corner, and then I've carried on the rest of the table runner. Now when I've done this, just a detailed trick for you to look out for, I printed it this way and then I printed that way, and then when I've done my next one here, I've flipped it so they're facing each other. So you'll see as I print, I go this way, and then the next one I print facing in, and then that way. So just notice that when I'm printing, and make sure you do that on your own design. So right, olive green. So like always, make sure you've practiced this design first. And I'm not going to worry about taping the hemmed edge or anything. I'm just going to stick within the hemmed edge. I'm not going to go over that at all. So I want a nice clean white border around the whole thing. So I'm going to start just off the corner. Print 1 here. It's come out really nice. And then my next one, I'm going to go from this point here, and I'm going to print this way. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm not going to stick right to the edge of the hemmed line. I'm going to kind of move it slightly up and down so that we have room to go back in and print with the khaki. So don't worry about being dead straight. If you go a bit wonky, that does not matter. So I'm going to go from here And then, like I said, the detail trick with this is I'm gonna, rather than printing the same direction again, I'm gonna swap it round and I'm gonna print the top leaf to the top leaf and print that. And there we go. And then on this one, I'll print going this way. So the tail end to the tail end. And that will just give you a really nice flowing rhythm on the leaf vine. So I'm gonna speed this bit up and you'll see me print the leaf vine all the way around the table runner. Now, if you can see here, this last bit I've got to, I haven't really got a big enough gap to fit my whole leaf vine in, but it really doesn't matter because of the nature of this, you know, design and print and the fact we're layering, it doesn't matter that they're going to cross slightly. So I haven't measured any of this out, but I've got the end, got a slightly smaller gap. So what I'm going to do is just slightly cross them and you won't even notice, especially when we've done the other layers as well and added the berries. So I did, like I said, I didn't plan any of it out. I just went all the way around. And if you do have a bit of a smaller gap at the end, don't worry, just overlap them and you won't even notice. So that is the olive green leaf vine printed all over. Now I'm gonna let this dry for a couple of minutes and then I'm gonna get my khaki paint ready. I'm gonna give my block a quick wash so to get all that olive green off, so we're gonna have no color mixing. And then we'll come back and do the khaki over the top. So I've left the olive green leaf to dry now for about 5 minutes, so it's perfectly dry, and I gave my leaf vine a wash and I'm ready now to go with the khaki. So close up, I'm going to show you how to do the overlapping. Now you don't need to be too accurate with this, it's just a little bit of freestyle, and we're just going to slightly layer the leaf and print over the top, but just set it off slightly so that you can see both colours. So I'll show you here. So I'm gonna just slightly go off the edge and I'm printing it in the same direction. I did try printing it the other way, but it looked a bit messy. But this way, I think you can still see both prints and both colours really clearly. So that's what I'm gonna go and do around all of the table runner. Just print this slightly off on top of the other one. And there we have it. I have now printed the leaf vine in olive green and khaki all the way around my table runner. So I've got that lovely layered effect coming through. It's nothing too neat or smart. You know, it doesn't matter if you go slightly off course or anything. It's that sort of design where it's very free flowing, so it's quite forgiving. So I'm gonna get my red paint now and I'm gonna go in with the berries. Now, like on my other table runner, I haven't done the berries all over, I've just kind of done them at the joins, so either at the top of the leaf vine or where the stalks meet. So I'm going to add in the berries now, just all over, and that will just add that bit more detail and really bring out the festive Christmas vibe in this table runner. So you can see the addition of the red berries really brings this design together, and it really gives you that lovely festive element of our Christmas table runner. So you can do more dots or less dots than I did, but I've kind of stuck to groups of 3, and like I said, I've just done them in the breaks where the leaf vines meet each other. And next up, we're going to move on to our wreath. So what I've done on my design is I'm going to do 3 wreaths along the table runner. Now you could do more than this, you could scatter them all across, You could kind of alternate which side they're on. You could probably fit more than 3 across, you know, you could do a whole row of them. But what I'm going to do 3 spaced out. So I folded my table runner in half and I've made a crease mark. So this is the middle of my table runner. And then I've also made another 2 crease marks where I'm going to place my 3 wreath designs. So make sure you work it out so you get it perfectly spaced along your table runner. And first of all, we're going to print the 3 wreaths in olive green. So there we have 3 lovely wreath prints right in the middle of my table runner. And I'm going to wait for these to dry, and while I do, I'm going to wash my wreath block up, and then we're going to overprint again in the khaki. So these olive green wreaths have dried now. So we're going to overprint in the khaki. So I'm just going to tap the khaki all over my wreath design. And then what we're going to do is just overprint the other design. Now don't worry about lining it up. Obviously you want it to be slightly off so that you get the nice layered effect. So I'm going to print this straight over the top. And there we have it. Hopefully you can see that really nice layered effect on that one. So we're going to do the other 2 now. And this layering effect just really adds that bit more detail to your prints. And these colours work really well together, the olive green and the khaki. And they just give you that really beautiful, detailed aspect to your print. So there we go, you've got your lovely layered wreaths. And then to finish this off, we're just going to add a few berries onto each leaf, again with the red. And here is my finished table runner. I'm so happy with how it looks. I absolutely love printing this design. It's so easy to do, but the layering really adds that extra bit of detail, especially with the bright red berries. It makes it feel so festive. So just so you know, after I printed my last berries on my wreath, I let it dry and then I popped the table runner on the ironing board and ironed directly onto the print side of the fabric all over for 5 minutes, so each print got really hot, and that will set the paint and make this table runner permanent and washable. So over the festive period, if it gets dirty or anything, I can just bung it in the wash and then leave it to dry and put it back on the table. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching me print this. I hope it's inspired you to have a go at home yourself. As I said earlier, you can also print yourself a set of matching napkins to go with your festive table runner. So all of the equipment that I've used and the printing kit can be found on our website under Christmas block printing. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks very much. Bye.